I once heard a saying that left a lasting mark on me. When you feel depressed, don't make things harder for yourself. In life, apart from birth and death, everything else is trivial. As long as the sun rises every day, there will be no pit that you cannot overcome. Life is already tiring, so why make your heart heavier? Emotions won't solve anything. Let go, think lightly, simplify, and look at things with a little ambiguity. These words remind us of a powerful truth. No matter how difficult life seems, there is always a way forward. It's not about avoiding pain, but learning how to navigate through it. The key lies in adopting a mindset rooted in resilience, emotional control, and inner peace, core principles of Stoic philosophy. In this video, we'll explore how to be happy every single day, even when life feels overwhelming. Together, we'll uncover practical lessons inspired by Stoicism, focusing on small, actionable habits to transform your perspective. But here's the most important part. This isn't just for you. Share these lessons with someone who needs it, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a coworker. And if you've ever found yourself climbing out of life's deepest pits, tell us your story in the comments. Because, like the rising sun, happiness is always within your reach. Let's start this journey together and rise stronger than ever. 1. Living with purpose. What is life without purpose? It's like a ship adrift in an endless ocean, moving but directionless. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This simple yet profound reminder tells us that purpose is not a passive idea but an active pursuit. When we live without purpose, life can feel hollow, as though we're merely surviving. Think back to when you were younger. Perhaps you worked just to pay bills, spent hours on fleeting pleasures, or filled your time with distractions. You felt busy, yet a quiet void lingered. But here's the truth. No matter where you stand now, it's never too late to redefine your path and seek something greater, something meaningful. Purpose is the compass that guides us through life's storms. It's the reason we wake up with determination instead of dread. Without it, challenges become burdens and achievements feel empty. Studies in positive psychology reveal that people with a sense of purpose enjoy greater happiness, better health, and even longer lives. It's not just philosophy, it's science. Discovering your purpose is not a one-time revelation, but a journey. Start by reflecting on your values. What truly matters to you? Is it family, growth, or leaving a positive impact? What brings you joy and fulfillment? For example, teaching others, creating art, or building relationships. If you're unsure, take small steps. Volunteer, explore new hobbies, or spend time in nature. Purpose often reveals itself in action, not contemplation. Purpose isn't just an idea, it's something you practice daily. Define what you want in areas like finances, health, and relationships. For instance, create a budget to save for a home, commit to exercising 3 times a week, or set aside time for loved ones. Goals give structure to your purpose, transforming abstract ideas into tangible progress. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Identify where your time goes. Are you investing in growth, or are you caught up in distractions? Begin by reducing mindless scrolling, cutting toxic relationships, or saying no to things that don't align with your values. Growth fuels purpose. Commit to learning something new every day, whether it's a skill, a philosophy, or simply a lesson from a mistake. For example, if financial security is your goal, learn about investments or budgeting. If health matters, study nutrition and fitness. Living with purpose doesn't mean life becomes easy. On the contrary, purpose often demands sacrifices and perseverance. There will be setbacks, failed plans, missed opportunities, and moments of doubt. Yet, these are not barriers, they are stepping stones. Imagine a young professional who spends years in a job they hate. One day, they realize their passion lies elsewhere, perhaps in writing, teaching, or starting a small business. The transition isn't smooth, but with each step, they feel alive, fulfilled, and in alignment with their true purpose. When challenges arise, remember this Stoic lesson. Focus on what you can control. You can't dictate every outcome, but you can control your effort, attitude, and persistence. Living with purpose doesn't mean chasing grand achievements. It's about living with intention, even in the smallest acts. When you pour your heart into meaningful endeavors, life transforms. For example, cooking a meal for your family becomes an act of love. Saving money for your future becomes an act of care. Exercising daily becomes an act of self-respect. If you've ever felt lost or stuck, know this: it's never too late to begin. Today, write down one thing you value deeply. Then ask yourself, what small step can I take today to honor this value? Life is fleeting, but purpose makes it profound. As the sun rises each day, so can you. Live with intention and let purpose be your guide. 2. Mindfulness and perspective. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present, a quiet awareness that anchors us to the here and now. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words remind us that peace begins within, not in the chaos of the world, but in our response to it. When you practice mindfulness, you begin to notice life's details: the gentle rustle of leaves, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, or the rhythm of your breath. These moments, small as they may seem, are the threads that weave a life of peace and contentment. In the present, burdens become lighter and clarity replaces confusion. Perspective, on the other hand, is the lens through which we interpret life's events. It's not just about seeing what's in front of you, but understanding it in a broader context. The Stoics teach us that no situation is inherently good or bad. It's our perception that gives it meaning. When faced with difficulty, they encourage us to ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of lamenting misfortune, we can view it as an opportunity to grow, adapt, and build resilience. Consider the power of shifting your perspective. A challenge, when seen through the eyes of frustration, may feel insurmountable. But with patience and an open mind, it becomes a stepping stone to greater strength. By widening your view, you see not just the obstacle, but the path it creates, the lessons it offers, and the wisdom it imparts. The practice of mindfulness and the adoption of perspective are deeply interconnected. When you're mindful, you free yourself from the weight of regrets and the anxiety of uncertainties. You see the present moment for what it truly is: unfolding, imperfect, and yet profoundly valuable. And when you pair this presence with perspective, you unlock the ability to transform difficulties into opportunities for growth. The Stoics often spoke of the dichotomy of control: what is within your power and what is not. Mindfulness helps you focus on what you can influence, your actions, thoughts, and responses, while perspective helps you accept what lies beyond your grasp. Together, they create a harmony that fosters emotional well-being and mental resilience. In the quiet moments of reflection, mindfulness allows you to observe your emotions without being consumed by them. Instead of reacting impulsively, you learn to respond with clarity and purpose. The perspective then helps you see these emotions not as barriers but as signals, guiding you toward deeper understanding and intentional action. Mindfulness and perspective are not skills to master overnight, but practices to cultivate daily. Begin with small steps. Pause before you react. Breathe deeply and bring your attention to the present. When faced with challenges, remind yourself to step back and view the situation from a wider lens. Ask yourself, what does this moment teach me? Or, how can this difficulty shape me for the better? The Stoic Epictetus once said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." This timeless insight is a reminder that the peace you seek is already within you. It is not the world that must change, but the way you see it. Through mindfulness and perspective, you gain the strength to navigate life with grace and courage. You begin to see beauty in simplicity, find meaning in adversity, and cultivate resilience in the face of uncertainty. These practices ground you, keeping you steady as life's winds shift and swirl. Let today be a beginning. Practice mindfulness in the smallest moments and shift your perspective when life feels heavy. In doing so, you'll uncover a peace that cannot be shaken, a quiet strength that allows you to rise, no matter what lies ahead. 3. The power of gratitude. Gratitude has the power to transform how we see life. It shifts our focus from what we lack to the abundance already present, creating a profound sense of peace and joy. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. These simple words remind us that gratitude is not just an act, it is a way of life. I recall a story my uncle shared with me, a story that forever changed how I view gratitude. During a severe health scare that left him hospitalized for weeks, he found himself reflecting deeply on life. As he lay in bed, unable to move without pain, he began to notice and cherish things he had once taken for granted. A day without discomfort, the sound of his children's laughter, or the warmth of a family meal. These reflections, though born in adversity, sparked a newfound appreciation that helped him recover faster and embrace life with renewed vigor. Gratitude, as my uncle learned, has a unique ability to reframe our challenges. It doesn't erase pain or difficulty, but it helps us see beyond them. Imagine a day when everything seems to go wrong, missed deadlines, arguments, or unexpected setbacks. In these moments, gratitude invites us to pause and ask, what is still good? It might be as simple as a kind smile from a stranger or the comfort of returning home to a safe, familiar space. Science supports what the Stoics intuitively understood. Studies show that practicing gratitude improves sleep, reduces stress, and strengthens relationships. When we consciously recognize and appreciate life's positives, our brains begin to rewire, making us more resilient and optimistic. This is why cultivating gratitude is not just beneficial, it is essential for emotional well-being. Practicing gratitude doesn't require grand gestures or elaborate rituals. Start with small, consistent habits. Keep a gratitude journal, jotting down 3 things each day that bring you joy or comfort. These could be as simple as the warmth of your morning coffee, a productive conversation at work, or even the quiet stillness of a sunset. Over time, this practice builds a foundation of positivity that grows stronger with each passing day. Another powerful way to cultivate gratitude is to express it to others. Tell someone you appreciate them. Write a letter to a friend or family member, acknowledging how their presence has enriched your life. Gratitude, when shared, has a ripple effect. It not only uplifts the giver, but also strengthens the bonds between people. Reflecting on the wisdom of Seneca, he reminds us, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Gratitude calls us to honor the present moment, to acknowledge life's gifts, even in the face of hardship. It teaches us to see beauty in the ordinary and to embrace each day as a precious opportunity. Even in life's darkest times, gratitude can act as a guiding light. When my uncle was recovering, he described how his perspective began to shift. Instead of dwelling on what he had lost, he focused on the simple joys that remained. These moments of gratitude gave him strength, fueling his recovery and transforming his outlook on life. He often says, "Gratitude saved me. It taught me to live, not just to survive." In our own lives, we can draw from this lesson. Gratitude is not a fleeting emotion, but a practice, a choice we make every day. It reminds us that happiness is not found in perfection or abundance, but in the ability to cherish what we have, however small or imperfect it may seem. Let today be the day you begin to cultivate gratitude. Reflect on the things, people, and moments that bring value to your life. As you do, you'll find that gratitude has the power to heal, to inspire, and to transform. And like my uncle, you'll discover that even in hardship, there is always something to be thankful for. 4. Social connections and kindness. There was a time in my life when I preferred to stay in my own world, closed off from others. Making friends felt daunting, and I convinced myself that solitude was enough. Then one day, I decided to attend a charity event, hesitant yet curious. To my surprise, that single decision changed my life. I met people whose kindness and shared purpose uplifted me, and I realized that in opening my heart to others, I found not only companionship, but also a deep, enduring joy. The Stoics understood this truth well. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, we are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids. To act against one another is contrary to nature. Social connections are not just a luxury, they are an essential part of what it means to be human. They bring balance, support, and meaning to our lives, especially in times of adversity. Kindness, too, is an extension of our shared humanity. A simple act, a kind word, a helping hand, or a smile can create ripples that go far beyond what we see. Science affirms what philosophy teaches. Acts of kindness release oxytocin, the love hormone, which strengthens our sense of trust, reduces stress, and fosters emotional well-being. Building meaningful connections doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with small, intentional steps. Reach out to an old friend with a heartfelt message. Share a moment of laughter with a colleague. Volunteer your time, even if for an hour, to help a cause close to your heart. These actions might seem minor, but they carry the power to transform not just your relationships, but also your perspective on life. When I think back to that charity event, it wasn't just the people I met that left an impression. It was the shared purpose of helping others. Kindness is a bridge that connects us, breaking down walls and creating bonds that last. Whether through listening to someone in need, offering guidance, or simply being present, every act of kindness strengthens the fabric of our relationships and our communities. The Stoics also teach us that kindness should be unconditional, untainted by expectations of reward. Seneca once wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." This timeless wisdom reminds us that opportunities to connect and uplift others are abundant. They exist in every interaction, from the grocery store cashier to the neighbor across the street. Social connections and kindness not only enrich the lives of others, but also nurture our own inner peace. Think of the times when you've offered help to someone, a stranger struggling with directions or a friend facing a tough decision. The sense of fulfillment that follows isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's a reminder that we are most human when we serve and connect. Even in moments of difficulty, reaching out can be a source of strength. For those who feel isolated, know that vulnerability is not weakness, it is courage. Opening yourself to others can lead to surprising friendships and profound support. As Epictetus taught, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. By living with kindness, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that can transform not just individual lives but entire communities. In our increasingly digital world, it's easy to forget the power of real human connection. Yet the warmth of a conversation, the comfort of shared experiences, and the joy of working together for a greater purpose are irreplaceable. These moments remind us of what truly matters, the bonds we share and the impact we have on one another's lives. Take a moment today to connect. Whether it's a small act of kindness or a heartfelt conversation, let your actions reflect the shared humanity that binds us all. In doing so, you'll discover that kindness and connection are not only paths to happiness, but also keys to a life of deeper meaning and fulfillment. 5. Letting go and acceptance. Letting go is not about forgetting or dismissing the struggles we've faced. It is about releasing the grip of burdens that no longer serve us, freeing our minds and hearts to focus on what truly matters. As Marcus Aurelius once reflected, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. These words remind us that holding on to pain or resentment is a choice, and so is letting go. When we carry the weight of grudges, regrets, or unmet expectations, we tether ourselves to a past that we cannot change. Imagine the energy spent reliving moments of anger, bitterness, or disappointment. These emotions cloud our perspective, draining us of the peace we seek. Letting go doesn't erase these experiences, but transforms them into lessons that guide us toward greater clarity and resilience. Acceptance is the twin force that works hand in hand with letting go. It is not resignation, but acknowledgement, seeing things as they are without the filters of resistance or denial. Seneca's wisdom shines here. A man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is. By accepting life's imperfections, we liberate ourselves from the endless pursuit of control and perfection. Consider the relationships in your life. Family, friends, or even colleagues may occasionally frustrate or disappoint you. Clinging to anger or judgment only deepens the divide. When you choose to let go, you open the door to healing and connection. Acceptance allows you to see others and yourself with compassion and understanding. It paves the way for forgiveness, a powerful act that releases both giver and receiver from the chains of the past. Letting go also applies to our inner dialogue, the harsh judgments we place on ourselves. How often do we dwell on mistakes or compare ourselves to an unattainable ideal? This constant self-criticism creates unnecessary suffering. Acceptance invites us to acknowledge our flaws without allowing them to define us. It reminds us that we are works in progress, worthy of grace and patience. The Stoics taught that much of our pain comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. Epictetus urged, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." Letting go means focusing on what you can influence, your thoughts, actions, and attitude, while releasing attachment to outcomes. It is a practice of humility and wisdom, recognizing that life will unfold as it will, regardless of our desires. Through letting go, we create space for growth and renewal. The energy once consumed by resentment or anxiety becomes available for pursuits that bring meaning and joy. We can invest this energy in nurturing relationships, exploring passions, or simply appreciating the present moment. Letting go is not a loss, it is a gain, a reclamation of peace and purpose. Acceptance is the foundation upon which letting go is built. It challenges us to face reality with courage, to embrace uncertainty, and to trust in our ability to adapt. As we accept life's ebb and flow, we discover that peace is not found in controlling the tides, but in learning to navigate them. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of resistance and finding strength in adaptability. In our fast-paced, perfection-driven world, letting go and acceptance can feel counterintuitive. Yet they hold the key to a life of balance and fulfillment. They remind us that happiness isn't found in grasping for more, but in appreciating what is, here and now. Let this be a moment of reflection. What burdens have you been carrying that no longer serve you? What would it feel like to release them? By letting go, you free yourself to move forward, lighter and more at peace. Acceptance gives you the courage to embrace life's imperfections and to find beauty even in its challenges. Together, they lead you to the harmony you seek. 6. Forgiveness as a tool for healing. Forgiveness is a gift that we offer not only to others, but more importantly, to ourselves. It is an act of release, a letting go of the burdens that weigh on our hearts and minds. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." These words call us to rise above resentment and bitterness, to find strength in compassion rather than anger. When we hold on to grudges, we tether ourselves to pain. Resentment is a weight that drains our energy and clouds our judgment, keeping us trapped in the past. Forgiveness, however, frees us from this cycle. It allows us to move forward with clarity and peace, unshackled by the actions or words of others. By forgiving, we reclaim our power, the power to choose how we respond, how we heal, and how we live. The Stoics teach us that forgiveness begins within. It starts with recognizing that everyone, including ourselves, is flawed. We all act from incomplete understanding, shaped by our fears, insecurities, and circumstances. As Seneca observed, we are all chained to fortune. The difference is who bears their chains with grace. Forgiveness is grace in action, a recognition of our shared humanity and imperfection. True forgiveness is not about condoning harm or forgetting what has been done. It is about releasing the hold that anger and hurt have over us. When we forgive, we do not erase the past, but we reframe it. We see it as a chapter in our story, one that has shaped us but does not define us. This perspective allows us to find strength in vulnerability and resilience in pain. Forgiving ourselves is often the most challenging step. We carry guilt and regret like invisible weights, burdening our hearts and minds. Yet, as Epictetus reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. To be free, we must confront our mistakes with honesty and compassion. Self-forgiveness is not about excusing our actions, but about acknowledging them, learning from them, and committing to growth. Forgiveness also has profound effects on our emotional and physical well-being. Studies show that people who practice forgiveness experience lower stress, improved relationships, and greater happiness. It is a practice that transforms not only the forgiver, but also the world around them. When we forgive, we create space for healing, understanding, and connection. The process of forgiveness takes time. It is not a single moment, but a journey, a series of decisions to let go, to release, and to trust in the possibility of renewal. There will be days when old wounds resurface, and the weight of anger feels heavy once more. In these moments, remember that forgiveness is a practice, not a destination. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to healing. Forgiveness is not about what the other person deserves. It is about what you deserve. You deserve peace. You deserve freedom. You deserve the chance to live fully, without the shadow of bitterness darkening your days. By forgiving, you do not diminish the importance of your pain. You honor it by refusing to let it control you. The Stoics remind us to focus on what we can control. We cannot change the past or dictate the actions of others, but we can choose how we respond. Forgiveness is a profound act of control. It is a decision to prioritize peace over pain, growth over grudges, and love over anger. Let forgiveness guide you toward a lighter, more meaningful life. It is not a weakness, but a strength. It is not surrender, but liberation. By forgiving, you open the door to healing, to joy, and to a life unburdened by the weight of the past. This is the gift of forgiveness, the power to heal, to grow, and to live with grace. 7. Joy and simplicity in nature. A friend of mine once struggled deeply with the weight of financial stress and a series of professional setbacks. For a long time, he searched for solutions in external achievements and material possessions, hoping they would bring him relief. But what truly transformed his life was something far simpler, tending to a small garden in his backyard. Each day, as he planted seeds, watched flowers bloom, and listened to the songs of birds, he found a sense of peace that he had never experienced before. It was in these quiet, natural moments that he realized joy doesn't come from material wealth, but from appreciating the beauty that surrounds us. This story echoes the wisdom of the Stoics, who often spoke of the profound contentment found in simplicity. Marcus Aurelius once reflected, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." These words remind us that happiness is not something to be chased, but something to be discovered in the everyday, often hidden in plain sight. Nature has a way of grounding us. The rustle of leaves in the wind, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, or the rhythmic crashing of ocean waves, these moments of connection remind us of life's inherent beauty. They pull us away from the noise of modern life, offering clarity and calm amidst chaos. In nature, there is no pretense, no need to prove or achieve. There is simply existence, unfolding in its purest form. Simplicity, like nature, teaches us to focus on what truly matters. In our fast-paced, achievement-driven world, it's easy to believe that happiness lies in accumulating more success, more possessions, more recognition. But the Stoics teach us otherwise. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Simplicity frees us from this endless pursuit, allowing us to find contentment in what we already have. Practicing simplicity doesn't mean renouncing all modern comforts. It means choosing to focus on experiences and connections over material excess. Take a moment to reflect. What brings you genuine happiness? Is it a quiet cup of coffee in the morning? A heartfelt conversation with a loved one? A walk through the park as the sun sets? These moments, though small, carry immense value when we pause to appreciate them fully. Spending time in nature amplifies this sense of simplicity. Studies have shown that being in natural environments reduces stress, improves mood, and fosters creativity. The Stoics understood this intuitively. They valued the natural world as a place of reflection and inspiration, a reminder of the larger rhythms of life and the interconnectedness of all things. Incorporating nature and simplicity into your life doesn't require grand gestures. You don't need to hike a mountain or live off the grid. Start small. Plant a flower on your windowsill. Take a walk without your phone. Sit by a river or beneath a tree, letting the world quiet around you. These moments create space for mindfulness and gratitude, helping you reconnect with both yourself and the world. The joy of simplicity also invites us to reevaluate our priorities. Are we overcomplicating our lives with unnecessary stress? Are we filling our days with distractions that do not nourish us? By simplifying, we make room for what truly matters: relationships, inner peace, and a connection to the present. As my friend found solace in his garden, so can we all find joy in the small, quiet things around us. The Stoics teach us that happiness is not dependent on external circumstances, but on our ability to see beauty and value in the ordinary. Nature and simplicity are gifts that remind us of this truth. Take a moment today to step outside, even if only for a few minutes. Breathe deeply. Observe the world around you. In the rustling leaves, the soft light of dusk, or the cool breeze, you may find that the joy you seek has been within your reach all along. As we come to the end of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons we've explored. Happiness, as we've discovered, isn't a distant dream or an outcome of perfect circumstances. It's a practice, a deliberate choice to embrace purpose, mindfulness, gratitude, kindness, forgiveness, simplicity, and connection. These principles, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, remind us that happiness is within our control, even when life feels overwhelming. Each day offers an opportunity to take small yet meaningful steps, whether it's pausing to appreciate the beauty of nature, letting go of resentment, or simply being present in a conversation. These practices create ripples that transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. The Stoics teach us that life's challenges are not barriers, but stepping stones, guiding us toward growth and resilience. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What moments of joy or lessons of resilience have shaped your journey? What small practices help you find happiness in the everyday? Share your thoughts, stories, or reflections in the comments below. Your insights might inspire someone else, just as these timeless teachings have inspired us. Happiness is not something we wait for. It's something we build, moment by moment. As the sun rises each day, so does the chance to create a life filled with meaning and inner peace. Together, let's continue this journey of growth, gratitude, and resilience. Your story matters, and we'd love to hear it.